Hello and welcome to another Halo Infinite map ranking video. Today we're going to be ranking Fiesta maps. All of them, yes. But as a baseline we're going to be using the map tier list we did last time for quick play maps, so if you want context on that you could watch that video. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through what we already placed, and just most of them probably won't change, but just to evaluate them for Fiesta specifically.
Yeah, for the record, most of these, if not all of these maps, are also in Super Fiesta.
Yes.
So,
I believe all of them.
Yeah. Fiesta is literally just throw a map at you and see what happens. So, at you, throw a map and some random weapons at you.
Yes. So up top we have all the quick play maps we already ranked, and at the bottom we have all the Fiesta exclusive. Well, exclusive. Some of them are in other things, but like the ones that are in Fiesta but not in quick play.
Yeah.
As of January 12th. Fuck, it's halfway through January already?
It's already halfway through January. We turn 30 in 12 days.
I don't want to think about that. I'd rather think about Halo Infinite maps.
I would rather think about Halo Infinite maps as well.
Alright, so...
Look, Zeke, at the very least, you get a new Metroidvania for your birthday.
Actually getting it on release day.
Okay. It's in the ballpark. It's in the ballpark. Like, what, a day or two later?
No, it comes out the 18th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, anyway. So, right, Halo Infinite. So let's look at the maps we already ranked and see if any of them deserve to be somewhere else for Super Fiesta. As I said, most of them probably won't change. But I can think of a few examples that end up worse. Mostly looking at the bottom of the rank. For example, I ranked Behemoth above Travel Not Advised because it works pretty well in CTF. But we're not doing CTF right now, are we? Are we?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
So I think finally, much to Kevin's delight, Behemoth can probably be bumped down
to the top of Travel Not Advised. Let's go, baby.
Yep. Conversely,
I should not be this happy that a map is being ranked lower. I just look, dude.
He's got Behemoth stars.
I had 3 matches straight of Behemoth the other day, and all 3 of them sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, Behemoth, not the best place to be Super Fiesting.
Yeah.
Just from too open, lack of options. You know, the balancing of its own weapons goes out the window. There's randomly vehicles, which I don't really like vehicles in Super Fiesta.
The vehicles are even less useful here because everybody spawns with like fucking hammers and rockets, so you're fucking driving for 5 seconds and then you die. Yeah,
you have dipshit teammates that go like, "Oh boy, a vehicle," and then it's like 3 guys with rockets show up.
What if you wanted to use a vehicle, but the enemy team said, "Hammer"?
Yeah, it's just a weird fit. So yeah, bumping that down. Conversely, I've played Launch Site in Super Fiesta several times, and I actually think it should be bumped up.
Honestly, I love Launch Site for Super Fiesta. One of the things that I really argued for heavily with Launch Site was the fact that it was very good for just regular Team Slayer.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit big. I actually think the sheer chaos of Super Fiesta makes the expansiveness of Launch Site a benefit, beneficial to it.
Yeah, it makes the grapple shots and the thrusters really useful.
I would actually bump this up to Doobie Vibin' with, like the bottom of Doobie Vibin' with, personally.
Damn, son. He's shooting all the way to the top. We're launching the rocket higher.
Launch Site is surprisingly good in Super Fiesta. It's actually one of my favorites. It's actually a really good Super Fiesta map.
Yeah, I agree. Also, near the bottom here, or in the middle, I guess, is Solitude, which I actually think works better in Super Fiesta than it does for objective modes.
I agree. I agree.
I would move that up as well.
Honestly, the biggest issue with Solitude really was objective modes, like strongholds and land grab and shit like that.
Yeah.
but for just straight up Slayer variations, it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, that also goes. Yeah, it also goes for Rumble Pit on Solitude is also pretty fun. Like we've played a lot of Ninja Slayer here.
We have,
and that is fun.
That shit is really fun.
Yeah. Now, conversely, in the Do Be Vibin' With section, there is a map, perhaps two maps, that I don't think work as well in just Slayer format, and that's going to be the Pit and Empyrean.
Yeah, I do have to agree there. What really works, like, the Pit and Empyrean are have always been best utilized for, like, objective modes.
Yeah.
And with Super Fiesta being a Slayer variant, that means that a lot of the strengths of those maps as designed aren't really utilized.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't... Again, the weapon balancing just goes out the window because all the weapon spawns are removed because everybody just spawns with power weapons. Or the Ravager.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want. But what ends up happening is, like, one of my favorite things about the Pit being that initial, like, mad dash for the power weapons at the beginning doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it becomes a little awkward with its tight 3-lane structure to, you know.
It does. Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not deathmatchy in design.
Large sections of the map go very underused in Super Fiesta.
Yeah. There's not a great flow to it because the flow normally is dictated by those spawns, through those chokes. But there's like not when it's just death matching, that kind of goes out the window, and the map suddenly it doesn't have a nice readable flow to it anymore.
Yeah, I can agree there. Yeah.
On a similar note, I also feel similarly about Bazaar.
Really now?
Bazaar also feels super concentrated around its modes, its CTF, its land grab, its strongholds and whatnot. When you get all that out of the way, it just feels like a box to be fighting in.
I suppose so, but I think at the very least the middle section can be pretty fun. The problem is you don't really often fight in the middle section because people are oftentimes going to keep to the like the side areas.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I would say though about being in duking it out over the middle section. Like, does it not in Super Fiesta context? Doesn't it come across as just kind of a worse Solitude?
It does, admittedly. I will admit that.
Maybe it's
like it doesn't have the verticality. It doesn't have the constant like ducking behind cover that Solitude has.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really have.
I don't think Bazaar has a real deathmatchy flow to it. I think it's very structured around its objective areas, and it's super symmetrical. So
it's not bad.
Yeah. No, I think I put it at the top of acceptable area though.
I agree. I was about to say that.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm just looking at these now. Anything else on Do Be Vibin' With that we feel needs adjustment here?
From what I'm seeing, not especially.
I feel a little iffy about Salvation.
Salvation, the more I play it, so particularly in like Slayer variants, it does. What do you think about that one? What do you think?
Salvation, I think you can deathmatch here and it's fine, but it's similar to Bazaar in that I think it's really built around its objectives. Some of those objectives are good, like Koth, and some of them are not good, like One Flag. But it is kind of built around them very tightly, so I don't think it's as good a deathmatch arena. I would probably move that around the same place Bazaar is. It kind of occupies the same... For Super Fiesta, it kind of occupies the same place in my mind.
Yeah, I can agree there.
Yeah. Everything else here, honestly, okay, so this is a bit of a correction from the last video.
Okay.
At the time, I had not played Cliffside. I have since played Cliffside a shitload since that video. As soon as we did that video, I started getting Cliffside constantly.
Yeah.
And I love Cliffside.
I love Cliffside, yeah.
Yeah, and I think honestly, Cliffside works pretty well for Super Fiesta as well.
Honestly, I would argue Cliffside is it's a remake of an older map, but like it's reworked in a way that works extremely well for Halo Infinite. So honestly, I do think it's better than what I initially gave it credit for.
Yeah.
Originally, so
yeah.
hey.
Yeah, I would say if we ever do an update to our quick play video, and we probably will as they come out with more maps.
Yeah, there's something to be said for a map that just does every single thing it's designed for very solidly.
Yeah.
It's great for objectives. It's great for oddball. It's great for Slayer and Slayer variants. Like, there's not really anything it does poorly.
Yeah. Conversely, yes, I'm doing it again. I'm going to keep doing it. I think for Super Fiesta, I think Banished Narrows is kind of weird.
It's extremely weird because of how widely horizontal it is.
Yeah. It feels weird when you just throw whatever weapons in the mix on that map.
Yeah, because it is absolutely a map that is tailor-made around its weapons and equipment.
Yeah.
Even so much so that during the the initial Halo 3 refueled playlist event, they actually rebalanced the equipment spawns so that both sides have active camo instead of one having active camo and one having overshield.
Yeah, the balancing of its spawns is super precarious on Banished Narrows, and that makes Fiesta kind of weird on there. Do we drop it down to Vibin, or do you think it's like top of acceptable area?
It's not. It's never a bad time on Banished Narrows. It's never a bad time on Narrows. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like going down to acceptable area would be kind of selling it a bit short. I'd say bottom of Doobie Vibin with.
Yeah. Is it better or worse than Launch Site? I think it's worse than Launch Site.
It's definitely worse than Launch Site. I would actually put Launch Site's fine where it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You were just thinking of all these maps. You're like, good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then this immaculate top row of Primo Kino does not need to be touched, honestly. They're all perfect for Fiesta.
They're all, like, excellent maps in their own right.
Yeah, there's a reason they rank so high to begin with.
Yeah.
Right. And with that, I don't have any other notes to give on the already ranked maps. I think we pretty much solved... We readjusted for Fiesta pretty appropriately.
Man, that one single poor bastard currently sitting alone in sketchy neighborhood. You little shit.
Oh, Isolation, you're shit, but you're just not shit enough.
Isolation has been isolated.
Yeah, it's like Isolation on Fiesta. It's like, it's a box to fight in. You know,
it is absolutely a box to fight in. The weird part is that, like, it still has the flag bases, and they don't get used at all.
Yeah.
Do you ever go down there in Fiesta? Ever?
If there are other people to kill there, but why would they go down there?
Right, exactly. Like, whoever is going down there is literally just putting themselves into an explosion box, and that's not good.
Oh boy, I heard there were free grenades.
Not in Super Fiesta.
Okay. So I'm about to propose something crazy here, just because it's so it's so lonely by itself. I think a lot of I think we should bump up Chasm.
I think so too, actually. You know,
because a lot of our big problems are because all the objectives on Chasm are tedious and a pain in the ass. But and I'm not saying it's good for deathmatch, but when you can just run around and kill things, it's better.
Especially when everybody has, like, frickin' boosters and grapple shots. Like,
yeah, it makes navigating a bit easier. In fact, I'm going to put it above Isolation, actually.
Yeah,
it's still,
I have more fun on Chasm than Isolation.
Yeah, it's still Chasm. It's still Chasm at the end of the day, but I think it at least deserves to get out of the bottom tier.
I agree. I can agree there.
And with that, we've adjusted everything accordingly, and we can get on to the newcomers here. Hold on, I gotta look up the name of the first one because I forget its name. I know most of these names, I just forgot that one.
Okay.
Absolution. I was pretty confident in that, but I didn't remember. Anyway, Absolution. This one.
Yeah. Absolution is. So this is one of those Super Fiesta maps that I end up getting a lot.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they're all equally weighted in the map pool.
Yep.
Honestly, as much as I play on it, I can't say that I ever have a bad time on it.
I think I have bad times constantly on this map, and I don't know what it is.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm willing to chalk it up to just coincidence. Like I just get the stack of tryhards every single time on Absolution. But there's something about this map where I just always, you know, I don't know, I groan. I have bad memories associated with this map. I don't really have much to critique about its actual design. It's just for whatever reason, the sweathearts come out when Absolution rolls in.
I suppose so, but honestly, in terms of just actual map design, I'm going like strictly off of like actual map design and like how well it actually works for, you know, working. Like, this is a really good map if you want to like get out of the way of like major power weapons. Like if you're getting shot at by somebody with a pinpoint needler, for example.
Yeah.
There are constant, like, there are pillars and areas that you can drop down to like another level, or just like walls that you can boost behind, just so you can get out of range.
Yeah.
I actually think this is a very well balanced map overall. That's probably why though, because of how well balanced it is. It results in people utilizing it more so as a competitive. A competitive Slayer map.
Possibly, but there's other maps.
Possibly,
but there's other maps I really love that I also consider really well balanced in this regard that don't have this problem as much.
I suppose so.
I don't know why. I need to play more good maps and more good matches on Absolution. Also, again, half of this is aesthetics and taste. I will say Absolution. Okay, okay, you make your point first.
Yeah, I will say though, regarding Absolution, the catapults are weird. I don't know why they're there.
Yeah, they are weird.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to point out is that this is also ranking based on vibes and aesthetics, and Absolution is just kind of, it's definitely the most Forgy of these maps.
It is.
Well, maybe second, maybe second most, but it is pretty up there.
It is a very Forge-esque creation. I will admit that.
Yeah.
It has that like Halo 2, like early Halo 2 like jungle temple aesthetic, but like not.
It doesn't commit though. It feels almost like ancient Greekish to me at times.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
and it also has just areas that are just like banished themed for some reason.
Yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge, honestly.
Yeah, this is what Forge can do.
Great. Could it do something better?
Better, yeah.
Yes.
I'd probably put this at the top of sketchy game. No, bottom of acceptable area.
Yeah. I feel like that's. Well, I put it above the pit.
Yeah, slightly above the pit.
Yeah. This is Curfew.
Curfew.
Are we gonna have to look up gameplay videos?
No. Thank you. Thankfully, I. Curfew. Oh, I know. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Would it help if I described Curfew as the one that's not Vagabond?
Yeah, it would help actually. That's true.
Curfew's great. I love Curfew.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite maps that I wish was in more than just Super Fiesta.
Yeah, I think it's really well suited to Super Fiesta because it has so much. It has so many pathways and verticality. Like, this is the Spider-Man map. Everyone is always grapple shotting, Spider-Manning around in this fucking map.
It really is, and that makes this a super fun map just for how chaotic it can get.
Yeah. It's got the vibes. It's got the flow. What else do you want? Get out of here, bitch.
It's also just really funny to hear someone launch a rocket from halfway across the map, hear that coming directly for you, then turn around and go like, wait, what? And then die.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny.
Pretty great. I don't know if it does quite enough for me to put it in Prima Kino, but I'm very comfortable putting this in Vibe and With.
Yeah, I vibe.
I'd probably put it around here-ish.
Yeah, I could agree.
Yeah. Shiro, I think. Yes, Shiro.
Yeah. This is
This is the one we always. This is the one we always confuse for being the Tenrai Pit, but that's not the Tenrai Pit.
No,
this is the Tenrai Pit.
Yeah, that's the Tenrai Pit. Yeah, no, this is a different map. I actually like this a lot more than the Tenrai Pit.
Yeah. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and put the Tenrai Pit where the other pits are?
Yeah, just put that over an acceptable area. It works. It is functional.
Yeah.
Boy, this map functions.
Yeah, that's Takamanohara. Takamanohara, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the pit. It's the pit. What do you want?
Yeah. This, however, is the better pit.
Yeah. This one is fun. This one is fun, and I like the visual effects that make it look a little bit more distinctive. It's got that nice that glow to it, you know, that sunsetty glow.
It really does. Yeah, I love the sunset aesthetic. I love how it does this really good job of combining Halo's minimalist sci-fi architecture with Japanese influence.
Yeah.
It is probably my favorite looking Tenrai map.
Oh, what? Oh, that's crazy.
It's up there, though.
No, I agree. It's up there. I'm just saying that's when we got Shogun and Kikena on there. That's crazy.
It's saying a lot about how well
it is good though. It is good though. This almost feels design-wise. It almost feels like someone said, "What if we made the pit actually a deathmatch map?"
It really does, yeah. Because like it doesn't have the two-sided objective design that the pit has.
Yeah.
But it has a very similar overall layout and structure.
Yeah.
But with a lot more.
It's looser. It's got more flow to it.
It does, yeah. Because like the thing about the map is that it's a very rigidly structured map, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. But ideally in a deathmatch map, you want something that flows better and that you can have a lot more traversal options. You don't really get that with the pit. You get that with this.
Yeah. Shuro is very good. In fact, as far as Super Fiesta goes, I would actually put this all the way at the top, honestly.
I would absolutely put this in Primo Kino. It's not quite as good as what's at the bottom, but it's still pretty damn great.
Yeah. I put it above Cliffside. I put it above I put it above Live Fire, I'd say.
Above Live Fire, really?
Yes. Yes.
I'm curious as to why.
Vibes.
That's fair. You know what? You know what? I will admit, as much as I like Live Fire, it is the absolute definition of a UNSC map.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect more Tenrai maps to be ranked above Live Fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, Goliath.
Oh, Goliath.
Now, I like Goliath, but you got beef. You got beef.
God, I'm mixed on Goliath, personally. I've played it, like, 3 times, and I don't think I understand the map layout. I don't think I understand the flow of it.
Yeah. It's very big, and it definitely takes a while to get used to how it operates.
It's just a strange beast to me. It reminds me of God. It kind of reminds me of Ivory Tower from like Halo 2 and Halo Reach, but without some of the unique elements that makes Ivory Tower as fun as it is.
Yeah.
It's not a bad time, but I can't say that I've ever had like a really good feeling game on
I feel like this is your absolution, you know? We've like swapped roles here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is kind of my absolution here. Personally, I would not put this anything higher than acceptable area.
That's what I was thinking as well, because I do like this map a lot, and if it was just me, I might rank it a tier higher, but I'll accept that. And also, there's so many other ones I like. Like, I don't see it as a cream of the crop Super Fiesta map, I just see it as kind of okay. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it around Dew. I'll put it around Dew Point-ish.
Okay, I like a critical dew point slightly more, but I'll defer to you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Why not? This is Perilous, I believe. Yes. Perilous. This is the one with the this is the one with the fungi and the.
Yes, this is a hammer. This is a hammer camper's paradise.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Solution?
I might be thinking of. No. I'm thinking of this because like, there are those indoor areas that.
That's
the
true.
indoor areas and the areas around back that are very easy to like camp with hammers near.
That is true.
The only way that you can really dislodge them is by hitting them with a rocket from like halfway across the map.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just having another hammer and getting a really good hit with it.
There are definitely some sticky spots on Perilous, but I think if you don't have
I will say it lives up to its name.
It is, yeah. It looks very nice. I like the aesthetic of it. This damp, fungal infested place. It kind of has that what we were talking about with Sylvanas. It's kind of like Sylvanas adjacent in terms of a military installation surrounded by nature, but like a very different kind of nature.
Yeah.
I really like it when. No, I understand what you're saying with the sticky spots. It definitely has them, but assuming you don't get that, it flows really well. It's very deathmatch. Everybody's bouncing around in a great rotation.
True. True. This is a very fun map to utilize boosters on in particular.
Yes.
I think this is a great map for using the thrusters.
Yeah, I love going around in the rotation at the bottom, and I love dueling over the middle section.
Yeah, that's really fun. Like doing that with like rockets and swords and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost like a mini base v base going on there with the little rooms there.
One of my favorite things is to like either grapple shot above or below, like those like ramps going up, like the ramp areas. I love like grapple shotting either to somebody on top or down below and just surprising them with like a sword.
Yeah. Also, many great because there's so much ledge in this map. Great map for the fuck. I'm having a brain freeze moment. The pushy thing.
Oh, the repulsor.
The repulsor. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. This is a solid repulsor map too. Yeah.
Yeah. I would put this in Doobie vibing with. I'd probably put this above.
Yeah, sure.
Right here, between Catalyst and Aquarius.
That's fair enough. It's just that there are situations where this map can be super not fun, but I will admit they are few and far between.
Yeah, that's keeping it out of Prima Kino, but I mean, you can't stop the Perilous.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Dynasty.
Dynasty. This is the one that has those flag spawns, right?
Flag spawns? I wasn't aware of that.
Let me.
Yeah.
Like the two. If I remember correctly, the two.
It's got the big curved hallways with the boosters in there. It's got like it's got a big cylinder in the center.
Oh wait, no. Am I thinking of a different map? I might be. Huh. Wait, what map am I thinking of? No. Yeah, this is the map that. No, is it? God, I feel like I'm mixing. No. Okay. I'm. God.
I will look up a video for you. I feel like I might be mixing up
two different fucking maps.
I
am so dumb right now.
I will look up a video for you.
Okay.
Fucking God, really, YouTube? You're gonna do this to? Okay, hold on. This is not Dynasty. What the fuck are you talking? I don't know what the fuck this map is.
This is a completely different map. What the fuck is this?
This is a different one called Dynasty. Get out here, Rebs Gaming. Fuck. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. I will look up screenshots.
I guess.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's this one, Kevin. It's this one. You know this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm thinking of a different map then. No. I know this one. Yeah.
God, so poorly documented. The fuck?
It oddly poorly documented. It's so weird. This is like the only fucking image,
Yeah.
and it's on the official Halo waypoint.
Yep.
It's the only place. Jesus.
Yeah.
So rough.
Yeah. Anyway, like you know this one. It's got the big curved hallways and the boosters in there, and like you go around the waterfall ledge here.
Yeah. I like this map a lot, actually.
Yeah. It is good.
This one's fun.
It's not
very fun.
It's definitely got some steep competition in the Tenrai department. But I mean, I do be vibing with it. I'd put it around where Solitude is, I guess.
Yeah, I could agree. Yep. Pretty easy, that one.
Yeah. Detachment.
Pardon you, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Detachment.
Detachment, more like detachment. I don't fucking know.
Wow. Gold. Comedy gold.
No,
This one's fun.
I like Detachment. I
Yeah.
like Detachment a lot. This is an earlier... this is actually a fairly early map from Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this actually isn't... I'm surprised this actually got taken out of so many different playlists, because I actually quite like this map, and the fact that it...
I wasn't aware it was in other things.
It used to be. It used to be very common.
I know it's in tactical still.
It used to be very common in quick play. It used to be very common in Team Slayer. It's gotten taken out of those though, which I think is super unfortunate.
It's really it's really curious. I don't remember it didn't have the same kind of reputation that like Launch Site or Behemoth did. So
I think the only reason it has, I think probably the only reason it got removed is because the long ass sight lines between the island and the main area make it very easy for snipers.
Yeah.
Because like the island area, if you're playing this in like Team Slayer or whatever, that's where the sniper spawns.
oh, I see.
Yeah. No, wait, no. That's where the rocket spawns. The snipers spawn on either side, on the other end. So like, it's balanced. Like the power weapon spawns are balanced.
Yeah.
So like, it's just it has long ass sight lines. So I guess that's
and it doesn't have
that...
it doesn't have the It's got a long. The thing is that you can do that sort of sniper rifle on the detached island thing pretty well. Like Cliffhanger, best map in the game, does that. But because of the angle.
No. I misspoke. The rocket is on the detached island.
Okay.
Yeah, the snipers are on either side on the other, like on the mainland.
Well, I've only known it as a Fiesta map, and as a Fiesta map, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. It's a good map. Honestly, I'm just baffled that it's only in Fiesta and Tactical now, because that's very strange to me. That's very strange.
Yeah. Weird.
Wow. Damn.
But I do be vibing with it.
I vibe with it. Yeah. No, I've always liked this map.
Yeah. I don't like it as much as Perilous, but I'll put it around the same area.
Yeah.
It occupies the same space in my brain, the same brain space. Now we have Solution and its Tenrai variant Kaiketsu.
Solution is the interesting thing about Solution is that you oftentimes end up fighting in that central hallway.
Yeah.
Which can be very fun, but it ends up being just like this massive grenade trap.
Yeah. One thing I will absolutely give Solution is that it is one of the Forge maps we have that definitely feels the least like a Forge map. It feels very canon, as it were.
It does. It feels very in line with the maps that 343 tends to design.
Yeah.
It's solid. The biggest issue really is the fact that like there isn't any particular like bad choke points or sticky areas.
I think there's one. It's when you go into the bend, as it were, from the main hole, that hallway there where everyone camps with hammers.
Yeah. That's like the
or when you try to get them out, they throw drop walls that cover the whole fucking hallway.
They do. That's true.
Yeah.
But the biggest issue with this map really is the fact that is designed to funnel you into that main hallway as much as humanly possible, and that just it doesn't utilize the whole area of the map effectively, in my opinion.
I feel like you can. Like, I definitely find myself going all around the whole space in this map, but I get if you're... I get what you're saying, though. Definitely, that's the one sticking point. It's like a blockage on this design. It's like everything kind of just ends. It's like a riverbed where everything just kind of ends up drifting to one side and it gets stuck at a certain location. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Like I have played a ton of matches on this map and the Tenrai variant, and that is consistently what I find with how it's designed.
I still really like it, though.
Oh yeah. It's still a fun map, and I still have a good time, but it's a bit lopsided in that regard, despite how much fun I have with it.
Yeah, I would put it... I kind of like it more than Dynasty, honestly.
Yeah, I suppose so. I will admit I probably have a little bit more fun with it than Dynasty.
Yeah,
but...
and I'm going to put Kaiketsu right next to it, because they're the same map.
They're pretty much the same.
I do like the solution version more, though, just because it has a more cohesive aesthetic. Kaiketsu's fine, but it definitely looks very 4G as far as the Tenrai maps go.
It does, yeah. Like, you can really tell that someone threw this together in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's good for something that they threw together in 2 weeks, but still.
Yeah. Alright, next we have Opulence. This is a Tenrai-themed remake of Halo 4's Skyline.
Oh, Skyline.
It's pretty, and it's good. It flows nicely. I mean, it's Skyline. Skyline was already great.
Yeah. Skyline's one of my favorite, like, Halo 4 specific maps, and this is just that, but Japan.
Thing Japan?
It is Thing Japan. Honestly, we actually did find a really good Skyline remake that was like pretty much 1-to-1 with the Halo 4 version in Forge.
Yeah. Honestly, that one could go into matchmaking anytime they feel like it.
I would love to have that in quick play in Team Slayer, honestly.
Yeah. But as far as Opulence goes, as a Fiesta map, it's a good time. I do feel like some of the considered design of Skyline doesn't translate as well in Fiesta. Like, you don't, because everyone has so much mobility, you don't have that same interplay between the top and bottom rows as you do with Skyline.
That is true.
I'm just remembering when I would play this in Halo 4 and MCC, which wasn't that long. I should get back to MCC at some point. But when I was in MCC, I did play mostly Halo 4, and I played a lot of Skyline. And the one thing that strikes me about Opulence is the fact that it feels a lot smaller just because everyone's got so many mobility options, and you don't feel the weight of its considered design of that interplay between the bottom and top. So I think it's a bit weaker in that regard as far as being a Super Fiesta map. The design of the map itself kind of gets washed away with how much mobility everyone has. Yeah. But it is still a fun arena to fight in. I'd probably put it at the top of Do Be Vibin' with.
Yeah, this really is becoming, this one map is really becoming the difference between what describes a Primo Kino destination and something that we just vibe with. Yeah. Like, a Primo Kino destination really has to excel at what it does. Yeah. This kind of just falls a bit short.
Yep. Right, and moving on, we have Hoseki. This is the big red box in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Big red Japanese box in the middle of nowhere.
Thing Japan?
Yes.
Oh boy. This one's fun. Really like it.
It's really fun. Oh yeah.
It's shocking how well this map works considering how tight it is for Super Fiesta, because everyone has that mobility. And the map is very tight, but it's also so intricate. It's like fighting inside a puzzle box. It's interesting.
It is, yeah. Something that I've found in Halo Infinite is that you don't need a huge or open map in order to work with the high mobility and long sightline and like high precision of Halo Infinite's weapons. Yeah. You can have a tightly designed map, but it has to be intricate and it has to have a lot of ways to duck behind cover and flank enemies.
Yes.
This has that.
Yeah, the funny thing is, and I think I explained this to Saradin before, you'd think a map with this many tight spaces on it would be hammer hell, but it's kind of not because there's so many ways to get out of their sight line.
You can... this is actually a very good map in terms of how it actually circumvents hammer spam.
Yeah.
It is actually very easy to get behind someone or dash around them or just come at them from above and fucking ninja them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really well designed and really well a really well idealized map. I actually would put this in Primo Kino, personally.
I would as well, and I'd probably put it above Shiro, actually. I actually like it more than Shiro.
I like it more than yeah, I would actually say this is better than Shiro in terms of like just how it plays.
That's true. And while let's just have the whole fucking kid and caboodle. Let's have the whole train here. Get out of the way, Vagabond. We're talking about Tenrai maps now. Fucking Kikana. I believe this is the one. Yes, it is. Kikana. This is the nighttime sort of the nighttime Tenrai map that's not Shogun.
Yeah.
But both of these are fantastic, and I'm going to gush about Shogun in a second here. But Kikana is a lot of fun. The interplay, the rotations you go on, the interplay between the top and bottom, the fights over the mid. It's kind of got the best of all the elements we've been talking about as far as deathmatchy Fiesta maps goes, kind of all put into one map that also has the benefit of looking really nice.
Yeah, this is a remake of Guardian from previous Halo games, and it's also a really good remake.
What are you talking about? I thought Sylvanas was a remake of Guardian.
Is it? Well, this has elements of Guardian at the very least, but
I have no idea what you're talking about. I think you're thinking of something else.
Probably am. Anyway, no, this is a really fucking good map. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I like it more than Hoseki. Yes! We just one-upped it!
You do?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, barely. They're all great. I mean, everything up there is fantastic.
True, yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of fantastic, we got Shogun! I love Shogun!
Shogun is so fucking fun.
I love Shogun, Charlie! I love Shogun! It's aesthetic as fuck. It might be... It feels insane to say this about a Forge map, but it might be one of the best looking maps in the entire game.
It really is. This is the epitome of like, what you can do with, what Forge gives you to work with. Like,
yeah.
This has just such a perfectly tight aesthetic. Mm-hmm. I will admit it's probably the better looking map aside from that one I was talking about earlier, but like, it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really nothing.
It's fantastic. It flows super well. There's so many different angles you can take it from, in terms of the rotations and the deathmatch. The spawns feel really nice.
They do.
There's so many like every fucking area in this map that you could get into a skirmish over feels like an iconic area to get in a skirmish over.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just. How can we really talk about this map without just saying, "Oh my god, it's so good"?
I'm like keeping in mind that this is the Super Fiesta tier list. I think it's the best Fiesta map.
It is. I think this is consistently one of the maps that just feels the most fun to play Fiesta on.
Yeah. Every time I get this map, like even if we're getting stomped, I'm just like, "Oh boy, I'm on Shogun. I don't care." The
vibes are on.
Yeah, it's really funny because we'll be playing with Saradin and he'll be so tilted at the fucking hammer spam or the rockets or whatever, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm on Shogun, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's fucking Shogun, dude. Like, it's a great map.
You know, it's
even if I'm having a bad game,
it's the best. It's the best map in the bunch when you can be getting absolutely shit wrecked and getting your teeth get curve stomped, and you're still having a good time because it's fucking Shogun.
Oh yeah, no, like
I'd rather lose here than anywhere else.
I agree completely.
Yep. And last we have Vagabond.
What is your opinion on Vagabond? I want to know.
Vagabond is fine. I kind of see it as the lesser Curfew.
Yeah.
First things first, it's very 4G. It looks incredibly 4G.
It does.
It looks kind of like... This has the Forge problem of, you know how some Forge maps, they kind of look less like real locations and more like movie sets?
Yeah.
This one feels like a movie.
Set.
This feels like a movie set.
I've been trying to figure out what makes what the specific vibe of this map is for like the last year and a half it's been in rotation.
Yeah.
You just explained it.
Yeah. It looks like a film set.
It does.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as the match starts, the director's like, "All right, add action."
All right. Halo Infinite 4v4, take 1 and action.
Oh, director, why do I get the plasma pistol and the Ravager? This isn't fair.
You're the sacrificial lamb. It's in the script.
Yep. You're the one who gets the Wilhelm scream in post. Like it's fun. I like certain things about it. I like the little to get from the road to the inside of the building, you go through a little vent. That's fun. I like the sewers. I like the sewer tunnel down below.
The sewer tunnels are fun, but they're underutilized, I think.
That is true. People don't tend to go down there, but it's a good place to escape the carnage.
It is. It is actually a really good escape route.
Yeah.
So that you know what, it gets its use from that. That's fair. That's fair.
But in general, I think its layout is a little clunky. It's got some clunkage. It feels less like a cohesive, flowing map and more like there's like 2 or 3 areas people like to fight, and then there's a bunch of space in between that you can just escape to. It feels clumpy, you know, in that regard.
It does, yeah. Like that one little room area off in the back is probably just like it's just a congregation of everybody who has rockets and hammers.
Yeah. In that regard, I think it's just fine. I think it's, as far as the Forge Fiesta maps, it is the just fine of the bunch. I'd put it around Argyle-ish.
Yeah, I'd put that around Argyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that it's. I would put it. I think I would put it slightly below Argyle, actually.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
because like I like Argyle more overall.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
Because like Argyle, I feel has better utilization of the entire map structure.
Yes.
Comparative to
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Also, Argyle looks like a Halo location and not like a film set, so that works too.
It does. It actually looks like it's something that's in fucking Halo. This is, that, if I remember correctly, that was actually the first Forge map that 343 made themselves and added into the game.
I don't think Argyle's a Forge map, is it? I don't think so.
It is. Yeah, it's a Forge map.
I don't have time to correct you right now. Because that is our Super Fiesta tier list. Look at him. Look at all these maps. Look at all the content this dead game has.
Again, it really is showcasing how good Halo Infinite's map pool generally is, that over half of these are in the top half of this tier list.
Oh yeah. We barely even get to use the bottom 2 tiers.
We really do. Like, it is shocking how few maps are just outright bad in this game.
Yeah.
In fact, there are some maps that are bad in certain modes, but actually really good in others.
Yeah, which makes tier lists like this so fun, and we're probably going to continue to discover that as we go through different modes to list tiers.
Again, this is the magic of Halo map design to me, is that because these maps have to be designed to account for so many different so many different objective modes and design modes, they can excel at certain game modes really, really well.
Yeah.
Or they can just be like a great all-rounder.
Yeah.
And that just ends up giving the map so much variety.
Yeah, and character, and just
and character, yeah. Like some of these maps are like fucking iconic. There's a reason Live Fire's in Primo Kino. Yeah. Despite effectively being the most basic bitch map in the game.
Yep. So yeah, that's our Super Fiesta tier list. What's next? I don't know. Some other fucking mode, probably. We'll think about it. we'll
We'll
get
think
back
about it. Yeah.
we'll get back to you. Maybe we'll like
We need you people to understand that there are so many fucking playlists in Halo.
Yeah. Also, some of them need more maps. Like, honestly, I think we'd have to, if we were gonna do like squad battle or BTB, we'd have to do them together, just because they each have so few
Agreed.
maps.
Yeah, like I think they have less than 10 maps each.
Yes, BTB has 6 right now, and squad battle is 5.
Yeah.
So
yeah. If we do those, like we would have to combine BTB and squad.
Yeah. We'd have to. I'd also have to play more BTB because there's I actually don't think I've even played on all the BTB maps. Like, I don't think I've actually ever played on Breaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's an idea. And also we could rank Husky rated sometime. That'd be fun.
Husky raid. Oh yes, absolutely. You know what? Next video, Husky raid.
That's true. We do play a lot of Husky raid. Also,
we do.
It would also be pretty short.
Yeah, mind you, Zeke and I fucking love Husky raid.
Yeah. But that's later. This is Super Fiesta tier list. You can copy paste this, show all your friends, let them tell you how wrong we are. That's fine.
Yeah.
But we'll see you next time in another tier list video or some other video. We'll see you. We'll see you again. We see you. We're like Santa Claus. We're always watching. Don't expect any gifts though. We're poor. We're very poor.
Better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
I'm ending on that.
Okay.
Zeke freak out. Chat for now.